Good boy. Pressure's on, pressure's off. Pressure's on, and it's off.
Stay.
Nice work, Kronk.
Great.
Good job, buddy.
Wow. Wow. Just getting the basic in there.
Nice work.
Yes, good.
Beautiful. Get on, sit down. Now, can he stay if Josh walks away? That's the hard part. See? He can't, he has no concept of not moving around at free will.
He knows what I'm saying though.
Yes, of
We'll talk in a
course. He's just got
second.
to test it.
I'll talk in a second about his temperament so we can understand him better. Stay.
Pressure's on, and it's off. On, off. Wants to be glued to Josh.
If I didn't want him not going to keep on down.
Yes,
We'll
correct.
talk about that.
Correct.
It's not that he wants to be glued to me necessarily. He does want to be with me, but it's because it's because I'm asking him to stay, right? I had the same problem with the kennel. If I ask him to go in the kennel, I don't want to go in. But if I ask him to stay out of the kennel, he wants to go
Yeah.
in, right? And we're going to talk about
Very difficult temperament.
that. Stay. It's dominance, and good.
Every time his paw leaves, pressure turns on.
That's good.
So he gets to decide how much he wants to test it.
That's why I'm taking it nice and slow. Stay. This is hard for a dog to give up their spot, their position in the pack, right? He was high up,
Yes.
so he was guarding resources from his owners, you know, valuable things to him, and threatening them if I do leave.
Yeah.
And so, you know, obviously they didn't address that, they sent him here. But the way for them to get around that situation is they would go get something of higher value and offer it to him to get him away from the thing he had. Which ultimately is,
Rewarding it.
yeah, he snarls at you, you give him treat. That's what that is. But what I noticed about this guy is he's very dominant and it very much revolves around resources. So, he's going to make a resource even out of something that isn't one. So even in his kennel, he didn't have anything but a water bowl. The water bowl was going to be guarded,
Yes.
right? If there's no water bowl, he needs to find something. And so he's very much willing to fight a human and to bite a human. He's already telling his owners, I will bite you over a resource. Why would he do that? It's not because he needs the thing that he has really bad. It's because he is wanting to have that conversation to keep you in check in the hierarchy. They do this to each other. They have these types of conversations so that it's clear who's where when there's resources around. But that being said, take away the obvious resources of food and toys. People are resources.
Space.
Space.
Doors.
Freedom to choose what to do and
Yes.
to move around. Look, movement. I am being.
You get to
I'm the
move
one,
around. He
but
has to stay still.
Now he doesn't like that. He wants to be able to, right? 'Cause
Yes, and they've never been able to hold him still. Never.
threshold, right? But here's the thing: if he's willing to bite you over food and toys and those resources, he's going to be willing to bite you over this too.
Yes.
The reason we haven't seen bites
They never asked him to hold still.
we don't push through it.
Right.
We then say, let me go get you something that you want,
Yes.
and bypass the conversation that we all know.
Always
is
keep him at the
waiting.
end of a leash.
So he's always getting in his way. Essentially,
Yes.
when he doesn't, what is he going to do? He's going to have a fit, and that fit will look like thrashing around and biting. That's what dogs do that are dominant, that want to remain in that position. So all of this is dominance. The stress that he's having right now is because he has to make a shift in hierarchy, which he hasn't done yet before with humans. He's on his third home. You wonder why? That's why.
Yeah.
And the whole not listening, unless you give him something he wants, that's all connected to it as well. The only answer for a dog like this is to become leader.
Yeah.
So he is not going to let you have that position from me. I'm the first person to do it. So I have to be the one to create that dynamic without a fight. He's not going to let you be leader without a fight. There's no way. There's no way. Dominant dogs don't do that. They don't play that game. At the end of the day, if you want to be this dog's leader, he's going to give you the fight or flight response. And guess which one he's going to choose? Fight. Okay? Good. Now the reason we don't see it, we can live with a dog like this without seeing it, but we did see it. He guarded things. Is because when we get an inkling of him going in that direction, we give him what he wants. That's not when the problem occurs. The problem doesn't occur when the dog's getting what they want. The problem occurs when they're not getting what they want. Then you start to see a dog go into that direction. And if you push through that, you're gonna have a dog try to bite you. Okay? So long story short, Kronk, what I would describe, good boy, as a nice dog, is a biting dog. A dog who is willing to bite a human for control, for resources. Another thing, over the leash, he had a leash on. I asked him to let's go like you do every dog. Immediately threw a fit.
Comes up the leash, starts
Comes
doing
up the
karate
leash,
moves, biting at the leash, sawed off the
flipping
leash.
out. This is all, and here's where it gets really interesting.
Temper tantrum.
This is why this dog is a little bit more of a concern to me than like a confident dominant dog. He's an insecure dominant dog. If you look into insecure dominant dogs, they are to me the most dangerous. And not even to me. I remember hearing that, if I remember correctly, it's been many years. I remember Steve Milan talking about that. An insecure dominant dog, a dog who's insecure but is being dominant, led to believe that they can be, is more dangerous because they overreact. And he is an insecure dog who is just addicted to being dominant. He needs to be dominant. Everything he does is to try to find a way to have that conversation one way or another.
Yeah.
Everything. There is no other thing. It's always just resources. I'm on top. I want to have that conversation. I want to, and I don't know about with other dogs, but because I haven't put him in that situation, I'm sure it'll come up if he had that situation with other dogs. But definitely with humans, he's doing that. So, he's insecure. He's dominant, which means he is going to put himself in situations and then overreact because he's panicky, because he's not actually a confident dog. He's not actually supposed to be leader, right? Okay, so can he turn around? Can he be a good companion? Can we make a faller out of him? I believe so. But the path to getting there is not going to be as easy as a 6-month-old English lab with no history of that kind of stuff, right? It's a more difficult journey. He's 2 years old. He's been through homes. He's been telling humans what to do for years. Okay? Good boy, Kronk. Break. Good
Nice
boy.
work.
That was the first time in his life he just listened not to earn a reward.
And he
Not to
comes
earn
and
a
sits.
physical, an
Wonderful
actual
job.
resource.